Hello my cutiests of all cutienesses! Again, long time no see, but finally the heat is over and I'm back! This is number 3 in my vegetable and fruit or fruit and vegetable challenge, and this time it's eggplant and kiwi or aubergine and kiwi, and I have made a very colorful theme with a cut crease for that, and I must say I like the outcome. It's very how should I say, it's a very outspoken eye look, but I love the lips and I really love wearing makeup again and doing a video for you all again. And if you want to see how I have combined a kiwi with an eggplant, you'll just have to keep on watching as it's getting started right now. Hello my sweet peas, you know I don't have a lot of opportunity to film lately. First of all, I'm gonna put on my foundation and powders, etc, because I want to look a little bit prepared before I do the rest of my makeup. So let's give this a little shakety shake, and a little bit on the back of my hand, and with my beauty blender. You know the drill. Let me speed this up for you. So far for my foundation, let's now take a concealer. Now I don't trust this one because this squirts always all over my face. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand to be safe, you know. And I'm taking my baby blender. Making sure that I have enough moisture underneath my eyes. And I'm also using that as eye primer. And as you all might know already, for those who do know, I am not setting this with powder, I am using my setting spray. Now I can use a little bit of translucent powder, and the safest for me to use is airspun. And now let's put my brows a little bit in the picture. Not that they are really great, but I'm growing them out again, and maybe by the time it's Halloween I'm gonna shave them off again, but for the time being I'm growing them out. And let's check if we can make them look a little bit more brow-like. As you see, I am really keeping them as natural as possible. So I'm not adding product really, I'm just accentuating the hairs that are there. I'm not making boxy brows or even lined off brows, just filling in the background of my natural brow. As you see, there's nothing fancy about that. But now that I have some, I'm using them. It's as if I've got gigantic brows, which I of course don't, but I like it like this. And I am using the lightest hand, as you see with this pencil. I'm not putting any pressure on. There you go. I don't think I can do them more natural as that. They are mine. Now I am searching for a Bordeaux purple aubergine color. It's a red purplish purple red color, which I should find in this 177 palette, and I do. Look at that. That is, if you ask me, the perfect aubergine color. And for a kiwi, I would go for that green maybe. Or even the paler green. I'm gonna combine these two greens and this aubergine color to do my eyes. And I'm gonna do that now. As we're in our vegetable and fruit series, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with a very light green pencil on the inner corner of my eyelid. And see what that says as an inner tear duct highlight. So I'm doing everything in reverse, but as you all know, I never practice a look, so I'm testing out while I'm doing this. And I'm thinking about doing a reverse cut crease. What that means is that I'm gonna start by doing normal from light to dark, but then I'm gonna make a cut crease with concealer. It's been a long time since I've done makeup, but okay, let's start by brushing on softly a little bit of that green. And I'm gonna start with the lightest green on the inner part of my eyelid, and I'm bringing it up very high because we're gonna go for a cut crease, so we need the space, you know. And there's something there that shouldn't be there. You know me. So that is the beginning of my kiwi, because the edge of the kiwi is actually brown, but I'm not gonna overload because there's gonna be a lot of color anyway. So this dirty green actually is the base. Clean the brush just on the back of my hand, and I'm going to a lighter green and mix that just beneath, but use that to go further out. And actually it's completely above the crease. It is not the crease itself, but higher. So this is gonna be the dark edge of the kiwi. And I'm not sure, but is aubergine not called eggplant in English or in America? I am not sure, but I think it's an eggplant. And I'm gonna use the same brush to go into a lighter purple, not immediately the eggplant. And I'm gonna touch the green with that. Tapping, not rubbing, as you see. So this is just a purple. And now I am going to take the eggplant Oh my god, that color is divine. It's really eggplant color, and I'm creating a lot of fallout with it. But I'm cleaning that up afterwards anyway, so let's not make a big deal of that. I'm just gonna hold the sponge underneath as a guideline for my wing too. Yeah, that is really the color of eggplant. Aubergine color. Oh, that's pretty! There! That is a colorful look till now, so I'm gonna change brushes. So I'm taking a flat angled brush and I'm gonna wing this out. Kinda wide, because we need lid space, eye space, eggplant space, kiwi space. And I'm bringing this kind of low, which makes my eyes actually look a lot older, but I'm gonna build under the eye too, so we're bringing that up again in a moment. Gorgeous. Now, concealer. Putting some on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use a flat, round brush to apply this to make the cut crease. And this concealer is actually way too beigey and too wet for that. But it's on, so I'm gonna use it. And with a real cut crease, you let that fade to the tail, to your winged eyeliner. And I'm gonna do this eye per eye, not at once. So I am gonna be using other more detailed brushes. Let's see, what do we have here? A bullet brush, always very, very handy. So I'm going for a very light green, which I'm gonna apply on the eggplant side. Pressing that powder, what I normally do with a flat brush, but this works perfectly fine too, into the concealer, following that line very carefully, and I'm gonna let that stop from the purple, following this angle actually that we created in that fade on the upper part of the eyelid. So now I am gonna fade that green right up there. And from there on, we're going to our aubergine, the eggplant. And that I'm gonna do with a flat brush. So let's get some eggplant and press that onto the concealer and nicely against that line. Very carefully. And I'm gonna repeat that on the other side and then I'll be back. So, as you see, this is a very weird site because nothing has been blended up till now, and I am thinking about not really blending it because it's two different fruits and vegetables meant to be separate but still put together. I can't make it a little bit blended with a flat painting brush. The upper part is beautifully faded by itself, so I'm gonna leave it like that. But the cut crease part, I'm gonna use with this brush a little bit of brown. And that brown I'm gonna bring in between. Just a tabbed on line, because a kiwi has got a peel that's in this brownish color, and on top of an eggplant, with a T, on an eggplant, you also have a brown tip, the stilch actually. So I'm mixing these colors with a brown. And that is my transition between the kiwi and the eggplant. And the brown that I am using has got a tiny little touch of shimmer in it, so it's a bit special. And now I'm thinking, what if I use a nice shimmery brown glitter, like this metallic glitter and glow, with a very thin pencil to cut the crease line. So I'm gonna find me a very fine brush, like this for instance. I think it's the smallest one that I have. And I'm gonna try with this very shimmery lip and eye glitter to make that cut crease line. And as this is a metallic, you will see the result the best when the makeup is completely done and dry and you move in light. So we have our eggplant, we have our kiwi, and now we are going to do a normal winged eyeliner on top. Now I can see the sparkles starting to glow. Hope you can see what I'm doing because I'm a little bit out of frame here. And I'm not merging those two lines together, I'm keeping them separate to have a transition between the cut crease and the upper part to the tip of the tail wing actually. Now that is a fine line. While that's drying, I'm going to give my lashes already a little curl. I'm gonna start here because that's drier. Now the lower eyelid I am going to do some transferring with the pencils that I've got here. I did start earlier with this light green. And And I'm just doing a little bit with that. Then I'm going over to this more green with a little golden yellow tone in it, which is typical for the inside of a kiwi. Then a darker green. And then a brown that I connect to the black line on top. Like that, like that. And that mid-tone green I'm gonna use in the waterline. Oh my god, this is so special. It's a great idea. I'm taking a little bit of burgundy and putting that just along that outer tip of brown. Because the burgundy and the brown are a little bit better to be combined with burgundy from the eggplant, you know, the eggplant. Now, I'm gonna clean up underneath my eye and I'm gonna speed you through my face makeup because you see me do that 1,000 times. I'm just gonna do mascara first before I forget. There, I have finished off my makeup as much as I can. I only have to do my falsies and my lower lashes. But my lips. I want my lips, except for the green, to match my eyes. And I had thought about mixing these two colors. Because this one might be a little bit too purple and this is way too brown. So I'm gonna do a brown on the outer corners and the purple in the center, and let's see if that transition gives the eggplant color. But first I'm gonna line my lips, and with what am I gonna do that? Which color am I gonna use? Out at this. I like a little bit of an outline. I am going to color them in with pencil because these are lip stains and as I am not gonna keep on my makeup too long, this takes it off a lot easier because you get a base that is not a stain. So let's color in the lines, I hope. Now let's see what this color is gonna do on the outer edges. I think it needs a little bit more purplish. I'm gonna wait for it to dry a bit like this. And maybe I will have to clean up my lips a little bit with foundation, but that's for later on. I'm gonna add this purple to my lips, which is really a lot more eggplant color. I am indeed gonna take a little bit of my foundation, not concealer, because that is way too obvious on the lip line. You can use a concealer brush, but it doesn't matter as long as it is very clean and very fine. And I'm taking a little bit of my foundation on the back of my hand and I'm gonna clean up my lip line. That does change so much. It's incredible. Now I hope my falsies are gonna stick on because I'm gonna do some mascara on my lower lashes, spritz some setting spray, and I will be ready with this fruity and vegetable-y look. So let's finish off with setting spray, and here we have our kiwi and eggplant fruit and vegetable combination number 3. So this is the result of my kiwi and eggplant look. I must say it's yeah, quite a look. There's not much more to say than that's quite a look. Oh my god. I really think it's an evening look, or just for this challenge. But anyways, I really want to thank you all for watching this tutorial and challenge with me. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Leave some nice comments down below. Give me some thumbs up, ring the notification bell to see whenever I upload a new video, and for me, there's as always just one thing left to say, and that is, my love for makeup is spread all over to you, and I really hope to see you again soon in one of my coming videos. So for now, bye bye! Sure hope you got that! And that too!